It's Week 16 of the National Football League, and we'll see DJ Moore as he's topped the 1,300-yard mark receiving on the year. It's the Panthers and the Lions, and it's all up next on EA Sports.
Well, it is just the perfect time of year for a trip to the Carolinas, and that's where we find ourselves at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Detroit Lions and the Carolina Panthers. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Panther ball club as they interplay here. And losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
Meanwhile, for the Lions here, it's late in the year. We all know it. We've seen the calendar for these guys. Their bodies could probably use a break, but they have to push on.
And they're really not as worried about that as maybe we think. They know they've got the entire offseason to rest. All they care about is the game in front of them and finishing strong.
The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. The 40. Still going inside the 30. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Carolina.
That was a special return, and it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from his special teams coach's head coach to bring it out of the end zone.
But let's be honest, a lot of times when they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I mean, I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
You're exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules. And if you do, you're taking on some responsibility. But he was happy to do so there.
Piniero's extra point up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So let's try this again. After the kick return, TD, here's yet another kickoff. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Detroit gets set to go on offense, and it will be the 7th-year pro out of Cal, Jared Goff, leading the attack in his second season as a Lion.
And the numbers were not pretty. I mean, they don't look right. When you throw 2 interceptions, no touchdown passes, there's no way to really make that work. But I thought there were a lot of positives in watching his game tape. I think he's close to putting out a good performance. Let's see if he can flip those numbers around in this game. And, of course, rally his team to a win.
Right to the air, here is Goff. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. Christmas Eve here in 2022. A big slate today of Saturday games. But we will have, ready for this, a triple header of action on Christmas Day tomorrow. I think it's pretty safe to say. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. Back to throw, Goff. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. A nice return that time of about 14 yards. And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10. We see Carolina's offense getting set for their first possession here. And at quarterback, his second season with the Panthers, Sam Darnold.
And what I loved about meeting with him before the game was talking to a guy who takes ownership of his performance. 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions last week. But all he focused on was the loss. Okay, and he did say, if I change my stats a little bit, not necessarily for me to look better, but that'll help my team.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Now Darnold. And a big loss here as he's taken down. And here we go on 4th. Darnold. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And it'll be a turnover on downs. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Right back to Swift again on 2nd down. And some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Goff throwing complete for Swift. And he is out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Lions with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up. To throw is Goff. Right side to Williams. And the Lions are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
1st and goal.
Out of the gun, Goff. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Just looking at it from a defensive perspective, when you break the huddle in the red zone, tight end is one of the guys you've got to key on because quarterbacks want the ball in their hands fast in this position, and they want to get it to someone. And in this case, he had the play. They just didn't complete it.
Now Goff on 3rd and goal. And he's got it. Touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Lions are an extra point away from evening this one up.
The big fella was the recipient there for that touchdown pass, and it seems like more and more the tight end is the guy you have to worry about most in the passing game.
Michael Badgley on for the extra point. And oh, it's blocked. This is going the other way. Taking it right down Broadway. He's at the 40. Past the 20. And all the way into the end zone, and it's 2 points. Well, I think there was a lot of surprise from the kicking team there. After the block, they kind of froze and then realized, oh, wait, they can return this, and they returned it all the way.
And you know why they froze? Not often do you get that second sound, right? There's the kick, you hear that, and then there's that second thud when there's a block. That's when people freeze and they have to realize where the ball is. They picked it up and took it the other way.
This will be fielded inside the 5. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And he'll return this one all the way onto the other side of the field. The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their second drive. You know, Charles, season winding down, time to maybe look ahead to the offseason. What do you see these guys going after either in the draft or free agency?
Well, with the season that they're having, just about every position is up for grabs right now. No one is really safe, but the focal point's always the quarterback position. And he may be auditioning to try and stay with his own current team. I think he's auditioning for the rest of the league to try and find a spot because I think this team is looking for a new quarterback.
On 3rd down, here's Hunt. And some room to work. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Carolina. Kareem Hunt with his his 9th rushing touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to extend their lead.
Sometimes running plays hit or break so fast, there's no reaction time from the secondary. So I've got to give credit to the offensive line for creating that hole so suddenly. And how decisive was he to take that cut and just go? No one downfield there to stop it.
Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And Kareem Hunt, the one to finish it off, as he did so with a touchdown run. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Detroit's offense ready to take over. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to locker room just a little more animated.
But second down attempt there, knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. The first carry now for the BYU man. It's Jamal Williams. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. On 1st and 10, gone. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. After the sack on 1st down, Goff. And that'll be caught by St. Brown. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Throwing on 3rd, Goff. Under pressure, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down. Here's Jack Fox on to punt. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and the Panthers will take over now 1st and 10. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. A play fake, and it's Darnold. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. A final shot before the break, Darnold. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the 3rd quarter. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Goff in this Lions offense, set for a 1st and 10 at their own 18. Goff. And his throw here is incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
For as many sacks as this defense has, you can understand their willingness to try and get upfield and get another. So what a really smart play call here to use their aggression against them, go with the screen, and they're able to get the first down.
Right side, it's Manhurts, the tight end. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it's second down. Up the middle, it's Williams. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Goff now to throw. That caught by Manhurts. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that's going to make it fourth down.
Excellent job there defensively. Gave up the underneath to the tight end on third down, and they made sure that they did their job. Got him on the ground and prevented him picking up a first down.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. Just a 2-yard return there following a punt of 48. And it will be first and 10 as they take over. Off of play action, Darnold. This will be caught downfield by Moore. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a first and 10. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. Faking the give, Darnold. And this is complete to Moore on the comebacker. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 31-yard line. And we're back now in Charlotte. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10. It's the Panthers out in front and in control of the football as well as we begin quarter number 4. Touchdown, Panthers! DJ Moore, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Panthers look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. An important score there, CD, and now an important extra point because it would make it a 3-score game.
Love the math there, and at this point in the fourth quarter, look, we all need next-gen stats, right? We all use them, but we don't need them here, do we? Because that means it's almost a certain victory.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. And Detroit getting set to go now. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. Meanwhile, Goff's throw complete there to St. Brown. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's second and a yard from the 34. Goff. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now Goff. Open man right side is St. Brown. On the move past the 40. Now he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Throwing again is Goff. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. To throw again on second down. Goff. That's taken in. Complete to Reynolds. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's down into the red zone at the 16 after a gain of 16. First and 10. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got a first and 10 as they search for a late score. Being chased out left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Another try after the first down sack. Goff. And he's going to get this down near the 25. And quickly they get to the line. misses the target, incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out.
Pass interference. Defense.
So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points.
That penalty is declined.
Badgley on for the extra point. And this time he gets it to go as it is up and good. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And the end result, a Detroit touchdown. So 2 scores down, time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And it looks like the Panthers hands team does its job. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none.
He'll find more on the comeback route.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. Darnold.
And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be.
Now Darnold. Touchdown! DJ Moore. His second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Panthers are an extra point away from making this a 3-score game.
The Panther offense staying put. They'll go for 2. They're going to throw for the 2 with Darnold. And he will get into the end zone to bump the lead up to 3 scores. And with a successful 2-point try, the QB rolling out, I would imagine on the defense that makes it tough. When he goes out, he's got the option to run or pass.
Yeah, it really does. If you decide not to bring extra people or extra pressure, maybe you have to have a spy on the quarterback, someone to account for him, because oftentimes that is the unaccounted for player.
The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive.
They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once we were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And now off to the races down the right side. And that might just submit it. A return for a late touchdown. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score. And a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
We'll be singing in the shower post-game. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And they open the lead up now to 25 points. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. Here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better and try and execute that on the way out the door and maybe get back to base and feel a little bit better as you end a ball game that's been a frustrating one for you.
And we'll see if they go back to base. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
Boy, a pair of big plays here. This one going for 29. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, Goff. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Goff throwing again. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Goff now looking to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him, but after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
One last throw here for Goff. And this is going to be caught. So it affects the final score, not the outcome, but it is a late touchdown here on the game's final play. Doesn't affect the outcome, but hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Or, of course, in the fantasy football world, these points mean a lot.
A lot there. Well, on the one side, if you try to take away something positive from this game, they played to the final whistle, getting the touchdown there on the last play. But still, all for naught, really.
Yeah, I'd say give them points for positivity. I like that. That part is good. But I often wonder, when the game is settled and the clock is run out, do we really need to kick the extra point?
Oh, yeah. It's silly. It's silly.
It doesn't make any sense to me. I know that people have explained before, well, you got to play it all the way through. Come on, this thing was done.
So for Carolina, the wins have been hard to come by, but they get one here to move to 4-11 on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for Detroit, it's another loss as they now fall to 4-11. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against the Chicago Bears.